Good afternoon, everyone. So I will show you how to do the bitter melon. We call this bitter melon. So what I did this, so I opened this, right? I opened the ampalaya. So right there, the bitter melon. We call it ampalaya in Tagalog, the Philippines. So kind of cut the side here on each side. You see right there. See? And so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna have to use a small teaspoon to scoop the cavities or the seeds rather. So this is the white stuff that I'm talking about here. You see here, you're gonna have to get this all out because it's very bitter. As I've said it before, ampalaya or bitter melon is good for health. Since I was growing up, this has been told by my elders. So the old folks or our parents or grandparents, it's good to cleanse our blood. And ampalaya or bitter melon is really good for they said it's also good for people who has diabetes. Anyways, yeah, right there. So it has to be taken out, all the white stuff inside. So let me do the others. So I'm using the teaspoon, see, kind of scooping out all the other white stuff that has the seeds. I had to show this to you because I know I'd never get a chance to show it to you, but this is the way it goes. So I'm using 2 pieces of ampalaya, so we're gonna be taking all the seeds from the bitter melon. Okay. Here we have one more. So from here, so I really cut all of them on the side. You see that? See? We hold it this way in case you've never done it before. Be careful though. While holding your camera. Okay, this is really good. Okay. Alright, so when it's all done, so we will cut this, I will slice it. I put it like, I can't put like 3 or 4 on it together, but I'm putting only 2. So I'm cutting it a little bit thicker, not very thin, because if you're making, you can also make pickle on this ampalaya or bitter melon. But when you do that, you have to cut it slice it very thin. But since we're gonna have to saute this, we're cutting it in about 1/2 inch, right there. Not too thin, not too thick. make sure you're holding your the bitter melon. You know, your hands are not really close to the knife. You know, your knuckle is the one, it's folded, you know, the way you hold the bitter melon. So you don't want to hit your knife, your hands, your fingers. Gonna cut your fingers, I'm saying. Okay, so the next one is here. So I already prepared the water. So I already put some salt on that. So I'm just gonna leave that in there while preparing the other ingredients. I know this the bitter melon, you have to cook it right away because or else it will get stale. So you know, it's not gonna be fresh much. So I'm cooking it now because it's starting to get bad. But I'm glad it didn't, not yet. Okay. So the way I hold the knife, see, I mean the bitter melon, you see, right there. Okay, okay, be careful cutting it anyways. So putting it there. All right. And of course the red bell pepper, I already washed it, so I'm taking the side out, the seeds also. So, and then I'm cutting it this way. I'm gonna cut it in small pieces. I know I've never shown you much on how to cut the vegetable before, but this time I will. It's just something to, not something, but so some of us can be able to do what needed to be done. Okay, I'm cutting it in small pieces like this. We're not gonna be, you know, not gonna be cutting it in a. I washed it already, all this. So the tomatoes, of course. I will cut the tomatoes later because it has juice on it, so I'll rather cut that at the last moment. I'll do the garlic, of course, using the fresh garlic. The way I cut my garlic is different. It's like I smash it. I don't know. That's the way the old school style they say it. So this is the way I do it. I know sometimes it falls, so we'll get that later. So I cut the you can also use a small knife on the way you do this when it's already smashed, because I smash it with the big knife here. If you want to use the small knife, of course, just because you can take the head, you know, the head off first and then peel it. That's the way I do it. And then get it from the bottom, and then the shell will be off. See the head first. Be careful not hurting yourself from the knife or cutting yourself, but this is the way I do it. The way I kind of take the shell off from the garlic, from the fresh garlic, I'm saying. There you go. I'm cutting the. It's very good. My garbage can right there. It's easy for me to take all the mess from all the ingredients that I'm preparing. See, then just toss it there. See, it's good, right? I like this idea, the way they made it. All right, so See? So after smashing the garlics, of course, I kind of line it up or put it together and then cut it in small pieces. Be careful while taking the videos on it. You don't want to cut your hands. Of course, right there. I don't look at it through the video. I put my head on the side and then look at the actual scene right there to cut it, so I don't miss it cutting it. Okay, so that one is done. The onion is this way when I cut it. So the onion, actually you don't have to wash it if you want because it's you know, it's sealed, you know, because there's you see, it's clean. There's a shell on outside of it, so sometimes you don't have to wash it, or you can wash it too if you want. It's clean anyway. So in a way to cut this is the way I cut it. This is the regular way. Some people can do it, some people not, but this is the way I do it. So I kind of cut it on the side like that, top, and then hold it on the side. Make sure you don't want to hurt yourself. Alright, and then cross. Alright, so look, it's so nice when it's all done. I think whoever started that way of cutting it, and leftover, just cut it in a regular basis. We do it there. It's all good size. Let's see. That's done for that. Okay, so let me put the onion in there. So now we'll go to the tomatoes. So I cut the top of the tomatoes and now cut it in the middle. I already washed this, so I'm just taking the seeds off, and then wash this and then cut it in the regular size and chop it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so I'll show you how to cook this. I'll see you later. Thank you for the likes and subscribe. Take care. Bye.